Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. This is the rise of Cornoe, and there are a variety of things underway here. We are struggling with a few different things. The winter is just over. I played a little bit, a few more days between, just to get us through the winter. There's a few things that we need to do. And I think the most pressing is for us to finish off our new forward distribution area and have some more construction offices. Let me just find this guy. I want to keep an eye on this because this number is getting a little bit crazy. And so I think what we might do is just have a bit of a look at some of these things. So anything, well, they're all pretty manageable, right? And they're all actively underway. And maybe what we need to do is get the helicopters to also have a bit of a look at auto searching. Let's pause it for a second and let's not build anything, but let's in fact go ahead and help out with these items, at least within some area. They're building a lot of different stuff, right? So maybe, yeah, maybe that's not quite the answer for us. So they're building a lot of stuff. So we'll just leave that be. Let them do it. I don't know why the helicopters are not moving. We seem to be having fuel. We had a little bit of a shortage for a while, but I think we're fine. Now, a few things I want to do. We talked about chemical production over here in the refinery, and I think instead of trying to squeeze it in here, where we already have a train station and all these kind of things, of course, I'm kind of thinking maybe we'll tie it in on this side. I think we could still tie into existing infrastructure here. So potentially we could loop out from here, run it straight, and then run it up this hillside through here. Obviously noting we need to do iron mines and stuff. So maybe that's not a good start for us. Instead, I mean, they can run. Ooh, they cannot run. They'll run this way, that way, and then out through to us over here. So that's the bit of a challenge with this situation. Alternatively, it might be fairly simple to run straight through there and then run it into this direction. So maybe, in fact, we should try and do that. So anyway, I was thinking a large chemical plant. So this guy is like produces almost 10 tons of chemicals, needs 700 workers. So I'm thinking maybe one of them over here. How much oil does that take? 14 tons of oil per day. That's not much. That's not much. And everything else is fairly close by. We've got wood close by. We've got gravel close by. We can do local water. We've got power, reasonably easy to get to here. The only real thing missing is crops, which we'll need to import anyway. So I think that's a pretty good idea. Then what we could also do is we could do at least a couple of these guys. Maybe just the one. Maybe if we do one big one, one big plastics production, 22 tons of plastics. It'll again take oil. 90 tons of oil? This takes 14 tons of oil. And that takes 90 tons? So definitely we want this close by. Yeah, it's accurate. It is accurate. Alternatively, we can do like two of these, but I guess maybe just the big one is fine. I think that's really the plan. Is get the big one. Get the big one up and running. So we'll get one big chemical production and just to see. So how much chemicals does this guy take? This guy takes 10 tons of chemicals. So that's a full one of these guys. Wow. If we were to do two of them, right? And we'll need to flatten this terrain out. Plus we'll do one of the plastics, right? If we were to do all of that with all the train connections, we need a lot of workers to come here. Now, workers, Sasselgrad is not doing a lot when it comes to workers. So, alternatively, I'm kind of tempted. Can we bridge across here, right? And then potentially even do it up on this coastline. Let's have a quick look. if we were to try and bridge it, oh, we can't really do the bridge straight off. So let's pause it for a second while we quickly have a look. So if we were to say, let's just see. Yeah, we've got the room here. If we were to do something like this, right? Right, I think that would be fine. And then we were going across here. Can we? I think we can. I mean, I just want to quickly see, right? So if I did this, right, is that crazy or is that's perfectly fine? The only thing we need to do, and then it depends on what we're wanting to do with this, but I guess I'd rather run it out this way and then maybe we tie it in all the way over there so that we don't get too complex. I think this could work. And then we could use all of this area here. Now, the only thing is we'll need to be piping in the oil from there, but I think that's just fine. We'll pipe it. The closer we get it here, it's obviously the better. So I guess that's partly the problem, the solution. So let's leave that in place to kind of remind us. The other thing I want to do then is we do want to bridge this channel over here so that we can get more proximity access here. Now, if we are going to tie that in, my question would be, how do we go about getting the road connection on the other side here? So if this is a one-way, that way, right? Alternatively, I don't think we can do anything. At least we'll have to ramp it up on this side. And, well, it has to be, these guys, no, we'll have to ramp it up over here, take it across, and this guy will go out this way. No, that's a bit of a big piece of infrastructure. Alternatively, we could just cross the track, right? That's an option, but we don't really have a good spot to be doing that. I'm kind of wondering. All of this is connected. Whether we demolish this, we maintain. But the problem is, though, the problem is, yeah. Alternatively, we demolish a little section here, and we bring this one across. We can't go underneath anymore unless we tunnel, which I don't want to do. And I don't think we've got enough room to go across either, because it's currently didn't quite plan this one out. Did not quite plan this one out, but there's a bit of room here that we need to make use of. Okay, so let's have a quick look. What do we have locally? Can we start leveling some stuff out? So if I were to grab these guys, right? If I were to grab this guy and said, well, where is it working? Right. So if this is the case, so if I hold my left mouse button, yeah, it seems like it wants to be able to work on it a little bit. Anyway, I don't like that too much. But if we then maybe went with just the level from the center over here, yeah, I mean we can see that there's tons of guys to help. So I guess could kind of level that out. Just to make it a little bit easier to do some stuff. Bring it up all the way. Which I guess makes it easier for the rail to come in. Which will be part of what needs to happen. So there we go. So that gives us a big area here. Let's just see what is. This is going up or going down? Oh, it's actually going up. Then this is going down. It's quite a complex little landscape here. We can't come down too much because we still need to go up and over the top here at quite a reasonable level. So if we were to have a look at what our level is here, it's about 28. What's our level in this area? It's nowhere close. So anyway, so I guess what we need to do is let's find our spot where the rail track and the likes will have to come through. So let's make a start on this. Now it's starting to become a little bit more important for us to do that. Yeah, here we go. Let's level it from the center from maybe that level. Bring it nice and close here. So it's up at 28.8. I think that's the right number there. Okay, so that's the one side. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So let's start digging this up, bringing this up to a reasonable level. I think it'll be a nice straight section across here. Oh, back all the way up at that 30 mark there. That's fine. We'll sort that out in a minute. We may as well. Little. Okay, that's fine. That should kind of work. Now, if we level from the center, we pick the 28.8 mark. Something like that. 29. Drop it down by 1. Ooh, that's a little bit. Anyway, that's fine. 28.6 is going to be just fine. Try and bring it up nice and close to the edge here. Get it out a little bit. I think just fairly straight connections through here is all that I'm after. So if we go with rail tracks, let's start off with the rail bridges. So we'd like something with a pretty large span. That's 39. That's 38. I think 38 is going to be okay. So if we cross through there. Yeah, I think that's okay. We'll do 1, 2 of those, and then let's find ourselves a road bridge with a reasonable span. 38 is all that we kind of need as well, I think. If we were to then just run this one. Yeah, that's perfect. So that kind of gives us road and rail connectivity, and it seems like the channel is pretty neatly separated there with our spans being pretty good. So let's do that. So this is kind of our crossing over here. And I think that works really well. If I look through that side, that looks very different. But anyway, that's okay. I think this is going to work just fine. Now, what we'll need to do is we'll need to tie in these rail connections. I think that's our alignment is pretty good for us to tie that in. Apologies for the darkness. Okay, so can we level this a little bit? There we go. That's the one. Do that. Do that. We do it all the way out here. Yeah, fine. If we do it all the way on this side, that's okay. And similarly, we'll do the same thing from there. Do it to this side. Yeah, there. So I think that's okay. We won't be. I think that's just fine. We'll just tie that one in there. That's pretty nice little connection through there. So that's good. What we'll need to do, the road will do its own unique thing on the other side. And where are we tying it? We're just tying it directly with this one. So let us find something like this, I think. It's too steep. Where? That's an interesting one. I thought it was working. should kind of level it up like that. We tie that in. I mean, that kind of works. It's a little awkward in terms of how it looks, but I mean, that does work. We're not going to tie it into a million different things here, but that kind of does work. It looks fairly interesting. Now we just don't quite know where we're tying our rail in. Now my view is that I wanted the rail to go in multiple different directions. So what I'm thinking is we will be bringing rail through here, going around this area here, into something like this to kind of go into that pathway on that side, right? And we'll double track it all the way around. Yeah, something like that is kind of the plan. And then at the same time, what we can do is we can probably can't do exactly that, but what we can do is we can tie this guy in like so. I think that will kind of work, right? I think that's the plan, right? So if we do this for our infrastructure planning that way, now this guy, well, let's just see where that alignment takes us. Right? So it takes us down here. Really? It's as simple as that? That was quite easy, I would say. Really, that's just this little bit? Feels a little weird. Now, just do a little bit more. Something like that. Just it feels a little bit challenging. Okay, so I think, oops, that's not quite what I had in mind. Let's just trim that one back. And now, I think now it should be sufficient. So we'll go ahead and tie, yeah, there we go. Oops. I think that should be fine. Okay, so I think that's okay. So let's drop that one and we'll try do this one. Let's give ourselves a little bit more room here. I think this is going to be fine. We were to, thought I could. Here we go. There we go. I think that should be okay. What is this? No. Yeah, I think that's fine. Now, we fix that up again. It should be a reasonable one, and we'll remove the curvature there, and we'll bring that one in at the same time. That looks pretty good. Also, what we'll then need to do is just try and tie these guys in a way that makes sense over here. Let's do that. I want to try and keep it as little limited deviation as possible, right? So something like that. I think that's a pretty nice little setup to kind of allow us to go and continue into that direction. Now, we also want to get the road down here. And I guess the road can be a fair bit straighter. Okay, so what I think we'll need to do is we'll need to just kind of bring this up a bit more. So hopefully this should give us our road connectivity. Give me that road. think this might now work. Okay, well, let's make a start then. Really? You just don't want to do this? That just doesn't feel quite right. Okay, well, what we'll need to do is we'll have to level it a little bit then. Let's average out the terrain here. Yes, that should work. It might be a little tight up here. Anyway, let's see if that should be reasonably workable. I think that's okay. But what it's not doing is it's not giving us the option to go to the other side. So maybe at some point we can have a tunnel underneath here, or could we even run something? I think maybe we could level something out through there, but doesn't quite want to do it. Would have been interesting to be able to do that, but I guess we'll have to tunnel underneath if that's the case. Okay, so I guess that's where we're kind of going to park it, just over here for a minute. So that gives us, well, actually, we could make a start on this. Right, what I might do is I might just trim this one back a little bit to about, say, that point there, just in case we want to do something slightly different with it. But I guess that's okay. I mean, we could turn it. So I guess this is the plan, right? If we turned it, could we get it to tie in over here? Maybe we can. Maybe the idea is I think, I mean, if we demolish it here, we just extend this one straight and we run that over there, and obviously we'll do other deviations of it. I guess that's the kind of idea, because when it comes in here, it could go around to that side. I mean, come in from that side or go towards this one. I mean, it's not the ideal tie-in point, but the idea is also that we'll run it in directly over here, which is also not be a good tie-in point for us at the moment. So yeah, we didn't really think about how we're gonna tie this across. And we may have to have a look at options, really. Alternatively, yeah, I mean, we could do a similar thing over here where we run that road up towards this area and we tie this one in on that side also. So we'll tie it in over there. We'll tie it in over here. So it may actually have a bit of a roundabout somewhere to be able to do that. And then we can cross here as well to get over into that area. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So let us find ourselves a little bit of a roundabout area, and in order to do that, yeah, let's double check this. Let's go bigger. There we go. That kind of thing there. Okay, so park that one there. We'll close this. Ooh, that's not quite right, but anyway, that should be okay. Now we'll tie that in together. That's a bit of a roundabout doing its thing over here. We will also get ourselves the little one-way connections off of it. Do something like this, like that. We'll tie it in. So, yeah, that's good. Now we can do the F4, stop the snapping. Then we can't do come in from this side. It's Oh crap, we can't do it from this side. Yeah, that's not going to work. If we did it just a little bit more that way. do that. And then instead we'll run these things from this side, of course. So get rid of those two. Give me this guy over here. We'll give that a bit of a room there. Bring this one in. So I think, we're getting a little bit more aggressive with these kind of turns, but that's okay. That's fine. Similarly, then we need to find ourselves a bit of a road that goes across here. So if we were to say maybe something like that, gives us a bit of room to tie in. Maybe let's move it a little bit more that way. Perfect. So that's our crossing point over here. And we will give ourselves this guy and that guy. Yeah, perfect. That's okay. These roundabouts are starting to look pretty cool. And similarly, then, if we're wanting to run a road through this direction, which will do something like that, we'll give it a bit of a straight on from over here. And similarly, we'll do something that goes in this direction. It's a bit of a direct iron point there. So let's just leave it up at that spot there. And then let's quickly finish it off. So this one needs to tie in like so. That one goes in pretty tightly there. This one can maybe make a... Yeah, that doesn't want to work. Can we get rid of this guy? I think we should be able to. Yeah, we can. Because it's a little bit in our way here. So if we wanted to do that, yeah, that's perfect. And we want to do something like this. Yeah, a little... Yeah, that might be a little tight, actually. Let's redo these. And we'll give ourselves a little bit more angle to work with here. Have to be perfect, right? So we'll run it down to that direction. So let's have a quick look. Let's do that. Is that okay? I think it's still a little bit, right? It's still a little bit close. So let's move it even further to this side. Maybe give it a little bit more angle. So, right? Now it's going to maybe get a little tight on this. Yeah, so that, that's good. And this is, oh, yeah, there we go. That's the one. That is the one we're after. I mean, it's not perfectly 90 degrees, but I think it works pretty well. It looks pretty good. I think I will go ahead and clarify all of that, and we can get the guys to come start building this. That's no problems. At the same time, we can go into the rail and we can start the construction on the rail as well. So now we've got lots of activities in here. We need to have a look at how we tie these networks together, but I'm kind of tempted to have a look. Oh, you know what? You know what might be interesting? I'm not sure we've got the room. Not sure we've got the room for it. Let's play around with it just a little bit. I'm hoping that those construction areas are pretty much done. I'm seeing our happiness and our health coming back up, and we're pretty good with regards to our health as well. It's starting to come in quite nicely. Now that doesn't seem to want to work. If we did a tunnel, right? Let's do no snapping. Really doesn't want us to. Really doesn't want us to do that. But it's the ideal spot. If we run the tunnel through there, it doesn't want the tunnel. Okay? If we run the tunnel through here, this could work as a tunnel, but can't really tie in on this side. So that's giving us a little bit of problem. Man, it would have been great if we could just tie that one straight to the other side. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to be a little bit cheaty. I'm going to quickly do something with our live network here. So if I were to say, let's just grab section there and section here. Right, what I'll do is pay for this level, pay for that. Okay, stop that right there. Okay, so now with that out of the way, what we'll do now is I'm going to try and level this out quickly. I think that's the best plan. And I may have to give it a little bit of a depression in this area, so we know that grab that spot there. Let's just have a quick look what our levels are like here. Give me a look at the levels. So this level is 15. That one is this is 22, and this is 15. Yeah, we need a little bit more. Let's give the depression a little bit more. Let's, something like that. What are we thinking about here? Yeah, I think I may have to be what to do. But I'm hoping that will now allow us to run a little bridge across here quite easily, but we'll run the bridge after we do the road. Now let's hope we get the road to work. If we did the road connection like that, let's start here and kind of run it out this way. Okay, I think that should work. I'm a little worried we can't make it work on the other side, but we'll give it a shot nonetheless. This one will work. This one will work. Let's see this. If we do that, right? Is that way? Yeah, I think that's way too steep. Right, so let's try one more thing. If we get rid of that, try and just level it a little bit around this area. Try a little bit more there. Let's try the level quick. No, maybe just the average level. Ooh, that's one. Let's level do something like that. Right? Maybe this will be okay. Let's try that. Did yeah, this. Well, I think it's a little. Okay, let's just try a little bit more cleanup here. Rid of this. That I think that's okay. Now, if we slowly push it back like so, I think that might work. Right? That's our stuff there. But let's bring the road a little closer, like so. Okay, like that, then we'll finish it. Perfect. That is actually quite good. I think that works really well. Now, the only question in my mind is, can we get the rail across here? And I think we can. It might be a little bit substandard. Could be a little bit substandard. Let's have a look. Come on, out of my way. Yeah. I'm not opposed. That seems quite reasonable, actually. Now let's try and have a look at this clearance. I don't think this doesn't work. I don't think that doesn't work. Now, so what we'll do as it gets to the rail, is that the rail? Wow. I'm a little worried. It's also inclusive of all of the rail over there. So what I won't do is I won't do it like that. I'll just say, click it on here. And what I'll do is I'll individually, it is just these two. They're pretty pricey, these little bridge sections then. Didn't think that was the case. But anyway, so that's up and running now. So we've managed to secure our road network there. Okay, fine. So that is the starting point. So that is how we're going to connect to the other side here. Let me go over here and activate that construction as well. So perfect. So that is now quite useful. I didn't want to build this yet. So nothing is happening with that. But the idea is that we're coming across this way. And we may as well tie in from this one to that one. Maybe in the same kind of intersection over here, we'll tie together. Maybe we'll even run alongside it and run into this direction with well, we don't need. We'll have to have a look. We'll have to have a look. There's plenty of stuff that we're gonna need to put into this area. Okay, now we can activate everything again because now our trains can again come across here, run over the bridge. There we go. So I think that works quite well. I think we've made that one work. And I would love to see the construction of this starting ASAP. Really. We can get this one here to make a start. This a little bit of a funny. Yeah, it is a little bit of a funny one there. So what I might do is I might just switch this back on. Yeah, look at that. I am not at all impressed by that. So let's just really doesn't want to level out at all. Okay, give me a little bit more. Oh crap, that's not going to work. Okay, fine. Get rid of both of those, and let's just average out some stuff over here. And now I need to try and do that again. We would do this, and we would. Yes, that's what it's going to have to be. Now, the plan is we need to make sure that this actually still works. This, something like that is fine. Now, can I please tie those back in? These guys arrive here like splits. And so, yeah, fine. Yes, that's about right. So let's just add that back up. And what we'll do is we'll reassign these guys for construction over here. Will also assign helicopter construction in this area. So, okay, please go get yourself back up and running. Okay, I think that's all good now. Okay, so that's the step one, and it took us most of the episode. So let's have a quick look around to see what we have ready to go in a few different locations. So we should have tons of these guys. So give me a couple of snow plows. We'll just move them over here. 1, 2 snowplows over there. Give me a few more. If I can grab them. Down over here. Ooh, we've got 2 more trains ready. Keep building these trains. That's okay. Keep building those trains. Even if we have to sell them. Give me a few more of these guys. Because we want to start replacing the bulk of them, to be honest. So let me move these guys. I've got some new stuff over here. 1 there and 1 there. So hopefully that can clean out a few places there. Okay, so that's good. Let's have a quick look at what's going on with our reconstruction works. Situated over here is a good area to check it. We still have too much stuff being reconstructed. I'm really worried that this is just tedious and not actually getting that. A lot of this is Sasselgrad though. Ah, interesting. A lot of that's Sasselgrad. So we seem to not have a lot of reconstruction happening. Oh, this one's done, and it's another reconstruction office. So let me quickly copy everything from over here and move some guys over. So I would like to copy all of your sources and pop it in over there. Okay, so that's okay. This is Atomic East Maintenance Office. This will be, what is this area? Cornoe Crossing Maintenance Office. Let's rename that. Cornoe Crossing Maintenance Office. Let's get that one moving. So all of this should be okay. Atomic Bus Station, Lesa. Yeah, these are all good. These are all good. And I guess workers-wise, I mean, we have a bus platform over here, but it's more passengers than anything else. So we don't really. Oh, and we do have a worker platform over here, but really, it doesn't seem like we get much from it. These guys are way too busy already. So I guess you'll just do go where you're currently going. So buses, give me a number of buses to go in there, please. I think at least 3 buses is a good number for us. Give me 3 buses. Give me a couple of dumpers. Give me a couple of these guys. Give me 1 of them. Give me 2 of these guys. Actually, even do 3 if we have 3. Do we have 3? We do not. Okay, that's the starting point. We also don't have road cranes. We do have these ones, but I'm not sure they're useful at the moment. So let's at least start by sending these guys over if we find it. Not the coal mines. It's over here somewhere. Yeah. Here we go. Okay, so let's move some vehicles over here. And let's have a quick look. This guy needs to auto search, but we're going to not do any of these things. We're only going to do those, right? Then we're going to do at least 2-kilometer radius. Right? What else? Anyway, we'll have a look at that in just a minute. Just these guys over here. The bus. Okay. So now if I click on this and I zoom out, I just want to see what's our range for activity here. That is picking up most of Satomic, all of these areas, I think, and even into Cornoe Harbor here and all of those areas. And maybe I should up it to 3 kilometers, just so we'll double up as much as we can. So immediately we're starting to help out on some construction activities as soon as the vehicles start to arrive. So I think that's a good idea. Now, can we? How many workers do we have? We've got tons of workers just ready to go over here. How many trains do we have on this line? If I grab, no, that's not a passenger rail. This is a passenger rail. How many on this one? This is Stavi, has 2 trains on it, right? So I'm kind of tempted that, no, maybe that's okay because we seem to be in a good spot here. We don't need any more action. Yeah, we've got this is, yeah, that's the standard. This is working, all of that's fine. These guys don't need a lot, so the bulk of these guys are heading out to the mines. What of oh wow. In there, yeah, there's plenty. Yeah, we're actually filling it out pretty nicely. I don't think we need other trains than that on this one. Where we do, however, need trains to be a bit bigger is coming to this area, right? I wouldn't mind filling this out a little more. So if I look at this, the steel workers, how many trains on that line? I've got 2 on that line, and I guess what I want to do is change these 2 trains. So these 2 trains, I would like to replace. Right, so give me this train and give me that train. Okay. And what I'll do, I'll just run it for a second, and then we can make a replacement. As soon as we drop these passengers off, well, we can make this replacement straight away. Go ahead, and the vehicle must be of the same type. It's still a train set, isn't it? Pause it for a second. Let me have a look at this. This is the train set. So why? And if I look at the rail replacement activities, we have automatic rail replacement. They are supposed to being replaced by these guys. This guy had no problems accepting them as options, right? So that is an interesting one. So if I said, can we try this one? Doesn't work. Okay, grab me these two. Actually, yeah, let's just assign. Oh, we need to. Maybe it's because I don't know. Now I can't see anything. Wow. Okay, can I just move these guys out of my way for a second? And let's just find the depot. Okay, the depot is over there, right? Okay, so send this guy to this depot. I didn't want to do that. Send this guy to this depot. Now that it's coming here, can I set it to a line? Currently I can't. If I go here now and I say schedule to another depot, can I do that? Cannot. Okay. Just get these guys. So what are you doing now? Okay, anyway, you're out, so now you can be assigned to the steel worker, right? Let's assign you, I think that was the issue. Let's assign you to the steel worker train, please. Okay, and clear you out from there. At the same time, what we might do is we might say, buddy, you're 24 years old, so I guess you can come in over here and be. What is this? The scrapping facility burned down? Oh my god. That's probably why we can't replace it. Continue the construction straight away. This is super urgent. This is painful. So what we had is at some point this is that at some point in this long line of things we had something burned down many moons ago, I guess. It frustrates me. Fire extinguished. Okay, that doesn't seem to be a problem. That seems to be okay. I am finding this weird. So many messages. This is fine. I know the pollution monitor thing I can do better job at, but just switch it off. It's so worthless. I may as well just switch it off. It's really filling up the bulk of these things. Painfully so. Anyway, regardless of what happened, it would have burned down. It's the only thing that could have happened, like ages ago. Okay, so let's clear that out. Let's keep everybody running for the time being. It's going to be a little bit painful. I hope they can actually make it work. Can we just do this ASAP? This is important that we get this back up and running. I can't believe this is not working, because that means none of our replacement is happening, right? I think that's what it means. Okay, what we do need to check is if we get this new train to run in here, can it in fact, and I want to replace some of these as well. And these trams, I'm not sure about these trams, but I mean, because we don't necessarily want to run enormous capacities, right? 150 is pretty good. Maybe we, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we replace them with one of these with, or two of these with one of those instead, because I think that's the issue at the moment. We don't really have the capacity. Here comes the new train. Now, the idea here is that I would like to see that this train, okay, let's just have a look here. That is fine. No problems there. It can go into this area easily. It's got more than enough room on the platform. It'll fill up with reasonable amount of workers, I think. Absolutely. A full train there. Now I want to just follow it out. Okay, that's okay. No issues here. This block is too short. This block here is too short, but there's enough room in there. We'll then go by here, and this is just one way running in there. Yeah, no problem. Unload all of these people. Ooh, excellent. Okay. Not bad. I guess that means we can open this one up as well. Actually, send you back to there. Turn it around. No, can't do that. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay. Just want you to unload. Hang on. Before you unload. Okay, go for it. Unload even more. Now you can go. Excellent. We don't have. We're not getting rid of this stuff quick enough. But this should be blasting away, creating steel in the rapid numberings. Okay, that's fine. So we can open up the other one, but the idea being that we need to get rid of some of these trains. So how are we going with the reconstruction here? Obviously, it'll be a little bit longer. This will take. It's going pretty quickly. We'll leave it a little bit and see how quickly it goes. We'll keep running those trains as is, and then we'll do the replacement. There's so much stuff happening over here. Reconstruction activities that's in progress. How are we doing over here? Are we full up over here? We've got some of them ready to go. Some of them are still under construction. Let's just make sure everybody is working on this. Okay, that's okay. Then we need to start coming into this area. We are up to here. Done. All of the rail connections is kind of done. I think we can do all of this stuff actually while that's there. Give me. There's actually a few rail activities that should be underway instead. So these guys. Oh, that's built. This is not under. Oh, that's not built yet. That's still going. Okay, well, we'll start working on rail construction here. How many? Yeah, you're not doing anything. So give me there and there. Oh, you can't go there. So make a start on that one. I'll have a quick look at that in a minute. We're not going to do this just yet. We're not going to do anything else over here. We can. Okay, I guess we can send a train in here to come and do that. Oh, we can't get past there. So just come in here and do that little section. None of those are accessible at the moment. Okay, that's fine. Just do a little bit of that. What I'll need to have a quick look at is a spot where these guys can. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go and be. It back a little. Can I put something in here? Right, do that. Do that. I'm going to say go nuts, get that done. It's going to pay for these two. Okay, the plan is then that these guys need to be able to come and construct here. So can I... No, there's just generally not enough room here. But what we can do is we can just do... actually, mixed. Mixed like that, mixed like that. And on this side... we can just say... pull you out over there. And what we'll need to do... What we need to do here is get a chain here, chain there, and then we will no. Grab these out there. Okay. Then at the same time, we'll also do the signal over there, so we can clear that block. What we may need to have a look at is this. I think we may be able to get them in here, but this will be tight. Anyway, we'll see about that. That should be okay. I wonder about this side, but anyway, let's see where they come in. Here they come. Let's have a quick look. Give me this so I can clearly see the blocks. It's longer than the block. Definitely. Definitely longer than the block. So this might still be a problem, but I was hoping it'll be okay. Now, we can also now assign the other one. Grab the other one. We'll assign that one also. Please make a start on this side. You should be able to get in there, no problems. And we can start the construction over there. Similarly, as soon as this is done, I think this one will start construction. Yes, absolutely. So lesser construction officers, please come and make a start over here. I don't necessarily need the helicopter straight away. We need to focus our attention on this one. Let's high priority this one so we can get it done a little quicker and swap out our rail. Our money is holding, right? We're struggling a little bit with the money, but it's holding. And ideally now we'll start to see significant amounts of these guys, but we do want to make sure that we're, constantly managing this. I'm worried about that. I'm worried about that. Anyway, for the time being, this guy is like, this isn't doing anything. He's sort of sitting there. Okay. Can we please get this thing done very quickly in this episode still? Just want to swap out those two guys. I think we can. This is now working. And we have a vehicle, current scrap vehicle is here. Okay, so now with that in mind, gimme my these guys. So this guy is on the steelworker train. It is 24 years old. We could maybe repurpose it, but I guess what I want to do instead is, actually, can I swap it out with? I don't want to swap it out with that one. Can I swap it out with this one? So if I keep this one open, can I come in over here? Grab this guy. Steelworker tank. Can I then say? Can I? Is it doing anything? Where is it going? Oh. That doesn't seem to be a useful operation. Okay, so now this guy is the steelworker train. You can let me just get rid of you straight away. You're the older one of the two. Oh no, younger actually. Well, make your way over there so that you can be scrapped. I mean, it's still 20 odd years old. It's not a train that we're readily able to use. You should be able to get out. Fine. And the moment you're dropping off as well, once you've dropped off your people, we'll send you out as well. Placement for the rail is not seem to be working. Okay, that's done. You're in there, so now I can bring you over to be scrapped also. That means our 2 older trains are now scrapped, and that means what I can do is I can pop in here and say, I'd like to assign you to steel workers, please, and start. There you go. How old are these guys? 7 years. So we can still use them. So my thinking around those were that maybe we replace 2 trams with one of those. And I know the idea was we wanted more vehicles, so the spacing is a little bit better, but I guess we don't want to, burden this station too significantly. Yeah, there's so many people coming in. How many are you filling up? Are you going to 400 at least? Oh, easily. Filling up. Nicely filled up. I like it. So now, 2 of you, I would just like to space you a little bit. So let's stop that train. I just want to restart you the moment this guy kind of arrives, or just before it arrives. It's pretty close though. Well, actually, just as it arrives. And go. And we would have unloaded everybody. Yep, everybody's being offloaded and going. Missing coal. That is an interesting one. So does that mean these are full? They're not full. So what's the issue? We have no workers? Where are my workers? Oh my goodness. Gracious me. Here come some workers, I guess. It's a little awkward. How many do we have on the Sith Gold train? 2. Here comes another one. So maybe that was the only issue. Well, now we need to ramp up our workload over there a little bit more. Yeah, we've got big numbers of workers here now with these 2 larger trains. So our steel supply should be growing quite significantly. Okay, guys, I think we leave it there. There's a lot of scrapping being done over here. So I guess a lot of the replacement has not been happening due to the fact that our scrapping facility was for some reason not working. What's going on over here? Oh, you're coming in to be... Can I get rid of you? That was an interesting... Shouldn't be running up there, but anyway, it's just it's a one-time thing. Now we've got 2 trains needing to be scrapped over here. That's pretty good. I like it. All good. Okay, guys, we're going to leave it there. In the next episode, we'll continue planning out this area here. Lots of work needing to be done. I'm happy we got the extra road connection through there. Plus, we need to set this up, and we do need to focus our attention on getting this up and running as well. I just wanted to check that we've got, this is okay. I don't think there's much more construction there, so we need to start focusing our attention on these facilities so that we can bring them into the fold, so that I think that will help the reconstruction. Let's have a quick look at the reconstruction list. The maintenance list seems to be getting a little bit shorter. A lot of stuff at Susselgrad. Let's have a look on this one over here. Just the one. So I think we're okay. I think it's Susselgrad that's had a bit of a backlog of reconstruction that's never actually happened. So I guess that's the issue, really. And yet another issue here. Let's send you home. Yeah, that should work. No problems. One more thing. one more thing. Wanted to have a look at whether we could assign the construction, or the airport, the helicopter guys, to assign reconstruction. Is there what kind of reconstructions activity? I can't see who is reconstructing, right? Okay. Maybe what I need to do is grab this guy, click on this guy, right over here. So he will show me what's being reconstructed at the moment. Then I will assign the reconstruction with the helicopters as well. Try and get things to move a little quicker here. Anything else? Oh, no. That's okay. Anyway, bring in the helicopters to come and help with maintenance activities here. I think that'll help us. Okay, let's do that. So hopefully we'll get through that list a little bit quicker if the helicopters bring some stuff as well. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. A long episode. I'll see you in the next one. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Bye bye.